Ashley Coombs on the camera. Tyler Gibb on the TriCaster. Dustin, tough matchups, Bryce Valley and Wayne County.
Wayne's got a lot of size.
Yes, sir. Oh, hold on, Dustin. I got you the wrong headset. There you go. Now we'll be able to hear you.
All right, now we could probably be able to be heard. So we've got the size of Wayne County. It has a big impact on that. When they matched up on January 19th, Wayne County was able to use their size and come away with a 19-point win. And a lot of that comes due to your Jake Batties, Hunter Mitchells, and what they can do to get Wayne County extra looks.
Absolutely. So Bryce Valley will start Randon Leslie, Trey Clark, Zarin Roberts, Rafe Brinkerhoff, and Yoel Romo. Be interesting. You know, the matchups, I think Bryce Valley's guards match up fairly well with the Wayne County front line. It is that size on the inside that's going to really cause problems for Bryce Valley.
The one thing that I've been able to see is I think Bryce Valley's made a lot of growth throughout the season. And so now matching up even, a few weeks later, that was clear back. We're a month past.
Yeah. And
so it'd be really interesting to see as they've grown and what tweaks they've been able to make this a good, strong, competitive game.
And this is in the consolation bracket. The winner goes to the consolation championship game tomorrow night. And the loser goes home, end of the season. So this is a tough one for the seniors. Bryce Valley has a lot of seniors on the team. They start 3 seniors. And I think the Badgers have even more seniors on their team, but
have to look at the.
Oh yeah, I'll wrap up. This has been your Snow College pregame report. Check them out at snow.edu. I get my halftime and my pregame mixed up, Dustin.
Easily done, a lot of them. So we ready to call out the Wayne starters?
Yeah.
So we've got number 2, Reed Edwards. Number 10, Garrett Roberts. Number 11, Riker Peterson. Number 12, Quade Sindiger. And number 45, Hunter Mitchell.
Tip comes to the Badgers. Edwards brings it right side to Snediger, then back up top to Peterson. Badgers absolutely lethal from outside. Reed Edwards, Riker Peterson can hit the long ball from anywhere. Yoel Romo picks the pocket and saves it in. It comes back to the Mustangs.
Bryce Valley coming out, putting a lot of really good ball pressure on, able to get that turnover.
Clark 3, left wing, got it. Bryce Canyon City 3. If Trey Clark can get going from outside, that'll open up some inside action, spread that zone out, that defense out.
Got just enough space there to be able to knock that one down.
Peterson dribbles into the middle, looking inside to Robbins, number 10. Edwards up top, right side, Snediger. Mitchell at the foul line, dribbles right, shot up, off the glass, won't go. Rafe Brinkerhoff with the rebound.
Defended well. They had a nice little curl action off that off junction, be able to get that look.
Rafe defended by Reed Edwards, hands to Yoel. Yoel finds a seam, scoops it up off the bottom of the rim. Picked up by Peterson, full court ahead, scoops and scores.
Help side defense for Wayne, able to get that transition out and going. They were able to close in, make that tough, and then get that outlet early.
Clark with a handoff from Rafe on the left wing. Goes right, Yoel kicks it to Rafe. Rafe finds a seam. He takes it up over Mitchell for 2.
Working Wayne in their man defense, their help is helping almost too far off and having a late time coming back, and as he closes out, he's able to give him a foot, and that was a great take.
I have the score should be 5-2 Bryce Valley, correct?
Yeah.
We've got it 5-2
They've got him reversed
Wayne.
there.
Peterson round the horn in the corner. Robbins drives baseline. Randon Leslie goes down. They get it to Mitchell. He takes it in strong. That's going to be a matchup that's really hard for Bryce Valley.
They did a good job of penetrating and turning Trayson's head just enough, and that's when Hunter came, and that's Trayson's guarding Hunter. Nice dump pass to him.
Fake left. Yoel goes right. Travels.
And again, the help of Hunter came, and he walled up and caught Yoel in the paint there as he got him out of position.
So 5-4.
Both teams working man defense.
Dribble drive, penetration, little floater up for Snediger. Somehow Snediger got that up and in, and the Badgers take a 1-point lead. Rafe hands off to Zarin Roberts. Zarin to Trey, set, shoots the three, got it! Bryce Canyon City three, back-to-back threes. Trey Clark and Bryce Valley up by 2. Peterson yo-yos at half court, defended by Yoel. Right side Snediger. Mitchell inside. Robbins, little turnaround jumper, got it! Yoel brings it across half court, dribbles to the left wing, comes back to the right. It's going to get a 5-second count unless he gets rid of it. He does. Trey fakes, Robbins goes in the air. Rafe, handoff on the right wing. Zarin Roberts for 3, won't go. Rafe with the follow, gets it up, won't go. Rebound, Reed Edwards for Badgers 8. 4 minutes to go in the first. Three-pointer on the way for Reed Edwards, won't go. Rebound tipped. Rafe Brinkerhoff comes down with it for Bryce Valley. Rafe kicks it out to Zarin, and
leaned on Reed just a little bit. The official felt like that was enough to get the first team foul there on the Badgers.
Jackson Brinkerhoff checks in for Zarin Roberts.
Hunter Mitchell's got him by about a head.
Yoel spins to the middle, gives it to Leslie, fakes left, comes back towards the middle. Yoel underneath. Mitchell comes across, walls up. Rafe comes right in the middle of the paint, bounce pass from Yoel.
Bryce Valley working that 5-out offense, doing a nice job, collected the defense all to the left side, and Rafe coming from the right. Good teamwork to move without the ball.
And great job by Yoel seeing him and find him. Yoel picks the pocket of Peterson. That's the last touch by Peterson, I believe, yes.
Yes, it was. Yoel able to get up on him, and he kind of got casual with his dribble up there, able to knock it free.
You'll have a hard time finding anybody with faster hands than Yoel Romo.
He's sure been fun to watch.
Rafe to Trey. Trey dribbles right between the legs, keeps going right, defended by Reed Edwards. Hands to Yoel. Yoel tries to cut the corner, cut off well by Peterson. Rafe to Trey, pulls up for 3. That one's off the front iron.
Really
Jackson
nice.
Brinkerhoff goes to the ground on a travel, and Mitchell sealing out really well with that left arm, just kind of kept Jackson off balance and had a hard time getting to the ball.
On that dribble handoff, the switch was really good, making that hard on Trayson Clark as he's came out, shooting the ball well. Wayne County making a good switch.
10-8 Bryce Valley, 2-point lead. Low post, up and won't go for Robbins. Rafe Brinkerhoff with the rebound on the left side. Rafe spins back to middle, gets Reed Edwards in the air, gets the shot up, and he's fouled by Mitchell.
Leslie able to defend that one down on the other side well, and that gets the Mustangs out in transition and got Rafe deep down there on that right side where he was able to go to work and draw that foul. Both teams working man defense. Bryce Valley running a 5-out. With their size being different, Wayne County has ran a lot of stuff to get their bigs touches down inside on the blocks. Some nice curls going both to the right and left block.
Jake Peterson and
Jake
Batty.
So Wayne County just went bigger.
Yeah.
So
they bring out Snediger and Reed Edwards. They replace 6 foot and 5'10" with 6 foot and 6'4".
Yes, they do. And Jake Peterson's one of the ones I love to watch for the Badgers. He is a workhorse. I actually think he is my favorite Badger player, and I love his game. He just works all game long. And it's all about the team. He's not doing it about himself. As he gets a pin down screen right there, Hunter's going to pop out.
Jake Peterson in the left corner, back around right side. Riker Peterson inside. Batty has the ball taken away. Rafe comes up with it.
Good hands by Roberts right there, helping in and deflecting that.
Rafe passes out to Roberts. Robert fakes, gets Mitchell in the air, takes it to the rack, won't go. Yoel. Rebound comes down to Mitchell. Looked like his foot might have been on the end line, but the official right there and said no.
See what Wayne County does as they working that pin down again into the post.
Pull up off the dribble for 18-footer left wing, Jake Peterson.
They kind of baited Jake into that, sagged way off. He just used a nice one dribble pull up as he didn't have anything on the post as they were doubling down.
Jake Peterson on defense is face guarding Trey on the opposite side of the court. No help defense. It's just Jake on Trey. They switch on the screen. Yoel goes to the ground, gets the ball back. 32 seconds back on the shot clock. Zarin Roberts for three. Got it, Bryce Canyon City three. Zarin Roberts.
Great job by Yoel to go get that loose ball as he and Jake had a foot race for it. And great save of the possession there to be able to get that shot available for Zarin.
Robbins crossover dribble left. Baseline gives it back to Mitchell. 18-footer left wing won't go. Roberts tips it to Clark. Clark with the rebound.
About 6-7 difference in the second difference in the shot clock.
34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pass underneath. Oh, Yoel gets it up with the left hand, floating to the right, scoops it up with his left. Assist Randon.
Dribble handoff on the right side that created the penetration that got it off for the rest of your call.
Robbins crossover to the right, pulls up. Batty tipped away by Roberts. Clark, 11 seconds to go. Outlet pass to Rafe. He's going to have to chase down the corner. Saves it back to Yoel. 7 seconds. 5. Clark open left corner. 3. Got it at the buzzer.
Clark's space is completely away from the play, and they find him. Great team offense to share that, and he moved out and away.
This is 1A State Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site, and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
If you've ever visited Bryce Canyon National Park, you know that it's nothing short of magical. Recognizing the need to protect such a place, the Bryce Canyon Association was created more than 60 years ago to help provide funding for the park. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary as a national treasure, we invite you to be a part of the Bryce Canyon Association by making a donation, be it small or large. Together, we ensure that Bryce Canyon National Park stays magical.
This state championship basketball brought to you by SUU on TeamHive.live and KTT 8.1 as we come back into the action. Second quarter from Richfield High School. Bryce Valley out to a 9-point lead as you just watched that replay of the Trey Clark 3 kind of with a second half before the buzzer ended. Bryce Valley in this 5-out offense really getting the open looks.
That head fake right there by Yoel. The handoffs early in this possession coming out of the timeout weren't nearly as tight, but the head fake able to get the foul called. And that's going to be just the first there on Garrett Robbins.
So does the shot clock reset on the foul?
Yeah.
Rafe, crossover, dribble, kicks it to Yoel, fakes left, comes right, gets Batty in the air again, but loses the handle, taken away by Mitchell.
Riker able to come down and poke that one away as he came down into help side.
Batty looks in to Hunter Mitchell, defended by Clark. Clark doing a good job on Mitchell in there. Lob inside, backside help, gets there in time. Trey needs help, he gets it to Zarin.
Batty had an open spot, but like you said, that help came really quick.
Rafe dribbles right to Randon Leslie. He pops for 3. That's off the iron. Yoel Romo with the rebound. knocked away by Riker Peterson.
Able to hang him up just there on the baseline enough. Good quick hand. So baseline out of bounds up to here for Bryce Valley.
7 minutes to go in the second. Just a minute in. Bounce pass to Trey off the curl. Won't go. Got a little deep before he got the ball.
Had that set up off that double stack. Really nice, but just not able to get the finish. The defense able to get enough of a change for him.
Peterson yo-yos up top, defended by Yoel. Crossover, drives all the way in and fouled.
Wayne County has set that up to go off for their diagonal screen to get it down in the blocks. As it developed, Riker didn't like the action, how it was going, and he just went the opposite way, went right, and used the screens that were up on top on the right junction. He used those screens to be able to get down in and cause himself to get an advantage to where either they're going to get a foul or he was going to get that one finished. That'll just be the first foul on Yoel.
At the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, Riker Peterson makes his first. He'll have one more chance. 19-11, 6:42 to go in the first half. Makes them both.
Both teams still working their man defense. Wayne going to pick them up. Put a little token pressure here on Rafe up high.
Rafe gets the handoff to Zarin. Zarin goes left to right, all the way to the right wing. Trey Clark, deep three, heat check, and a foul after the shot, or on the shot, I guess.
Yeah, it'll end up. You gotta let the shooter land. But Hunter and Jake both go out as they've made a concerted effort to try to change the shot of the threes, and now we're seeing them overplaying that. And that time they kind of hit each other and then land into Trey Clark.
Trey Clark at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line makes his first.
He'll get three of them here where it's 20-12. Bryce Valley has this early lead in the second quarter.
Had some great basketball games today, Dustin, between the two gyms. A lot more close games this third day.
Yeah, you get down here, you start tightening, everything gets a lot tighter as Trey Clark able to knock down some free throws.
Bryce Valley back out to a 10-point lead, or out to a 10-point lead. I think that's the largest lead of the day. Peterson defended by Yoel. Jake Peterson down into Mitchell, kicked away. Shot clock already at 20, so
the bounds.
Won't have to reset.
So you should be down, baseline out of bounds here for Wayne County. They run a lot out of this horns action. They'll run, you see the crossing action.
Peterson left corner, comes to the middle, gives to Mitchell at top of the key. Peterson, Riker Peterson yo-yos between the legs. Screen from Mitchell, but not there. They're tipped up in the air by Yoel, but goes to Mitchell. Down low, Jake Peterson over Rafe. And great job boxing out by Trey Clark. Perfect position, gets Mitchell on his back and draws the foul.
The ball pressure, Yoel Romo is keeping Riker Peterson up and out. So where it's starting their offense, they're having a tough time. He can't see the guys popping open as their action's a little bit delayed. And that ball pressure is really causing some problems for the Badgers to get moving.
Still 22-12. Bryce Valley with 10-point lead. Rafe hands to Yoel. Yoel looks to Trey. Trey comes left, cross into the paint. Fakes once, goes up, got it. Lays it up and in. Trey Clark, 14 points in the game so far. Phenomenal game for Trey.
He's come out playing hard, and Coach Jason Jackson would like a timeout for the Badgers.
This 1A Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all. Bryan Farm is a proud sponsor of Wayne High School basketball. Check out Bryan Farm for all your farm and ranching needs. Let us service you with fertilizer, fuel, feed, seed, lawn and garden, and much more. Bryan Farm.
Brown Brother Construction is a general engineering contractor with extensive knowledge and experience in street, road, and highway construction. As a company, we are proud of our reputation for quality work and customer satisfaction. We are also proud to be Badger fans. Go Badgers!
This state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Half Marathon on 1aball.com. It's time for some Fab Rats trivia, folks. Fab Rats, a family-friendly, fun YouTube channel. Paul and Michelle Cox. So, Dustin, Fab Rats trivia. What is Paul's favorite colors? My favorite question we ask the whole tournament. What's Paul's favorite color? Email us the answer at uhsslive@gmail.com. As the Badgers work it around, they get it into Jake Peterson, and he's fouled by Rafe. Rafe kind of reaches around, and he fouled him.
Like the adjustment, Wayne. Coach Jackson out of that timeout, knowing they've got to get a bucket, goes into a high-low with Jake. Rafe has drawn that straw, and so he's got the size advantage, trying to take advantage of that and able to draw a foul.
Lob in to Batty. Jake Peterson from Batty ends up chasing it down in the corner, pulls up 15-footer right wing, won't go, blocked out of there by Zarin Robertson, fouled.
Garrett Robinson with a big offside rebound as Jake Peterson shoots a 16-footer. Garrett identifies and gets on that offside.
I wish I could take every post player. You know, that's a pretty block by Zarin. But when you swat, they're going to call that foul. You watch, so this morning in the Bryce Valley game, Dustin, Matthews, Holly Matthews, she had 5 blocks. She finished the game with like 2 fouls. Both of them came on non-block situations. Just straight up, and that's his call right there. Zarin, if he doesn't swat, doesn't get the foul. Now, it doesn't cost Bryce Valley anything because the free throws are missed from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. But, man, that swat's pretty, but unnecessary.
It just turns into a foul, like you say. Bryce Valley's going to come back here, a sideline out of bounds. Just used a pin down to get him open. They're going to go back to work here.
Trey comes baseline, kicks it out. Zarin Roberts, 3, right, top of the key. Jackson Brinker off the putback, blocked by Robbins.
Nice job being able to recover that as Bryce Valley had another opportunity.
Peterson takes it coast to coast, lays it up, won't go. Trey Clark with the rebound. Outlet pass to Yoel on the right side. He comes back. Jackson Brinker off Zarin, fakes the shot, dribbles in, gets Batty on his hip, misses. Jake Peterson with the rebound for the Badgers.
Badgers shot selection getting a little tighter here as they're starting to get nervous.
Robbins to Batty. Snediger for 3, won't go, and a rebound foul on Jake Peterson. Rafe's got inside position. Easy call.
He locked in there and did a great job, as Rafe does so often. Looks like we're going to bring Hunter Mitchell back in the game. You've got 16 fouls here on the Badgers. The score is 24-12. Bryce Valley with the lead. And now Bryce Valley's going to be able to put them down and operate again. They've been trying to get the back cut activated. Wayne County's been able to stay off, but on the right side, Trey Clark's on the verge of getting a back cut layup here as they move through this 5-out action.
Yoel Romo on the left wing gives to Leslie, and he hops. He does that a lot, and he got caught that time.
It's a rhythm movement that's obviously travel, but you see that, and those guys, they get that habit, and it's hard to break because it creates a rhythm so you can use your athleticism, which he's got a lot of.
Riker Peterson yo-yos up top. 3:46 to go in the first half. 24-12 Bryce Valley. Batty looks into Mitchell. Snediger back to Batty up top. Mitchell clears the paint. Bryce Valley working that zone. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Open in the corner. Snediger bounce pass in. Knocked away. Taken away. Trey, 3-quarter defense, tips that pass away. Picked up by Bryce Valley. In the corner. Leslie set. Shoots 3 off the iron. Trey Clark with the rebound to Jackson. He travels again as he grabs the ball and falls down with it.
Man, the defense of Bryce Valley is just tougher than nails, keeping Wayne County out of the paint and making them have to shoot anywhere from 15 to 20 footers. Now they've got another opportunity to hold them down here, see if they can get another stop.
All right, Dustin, we've got a winner. Fab Rats Trivia. Jenny Dunham. It is lime green. Cody Clough, you also answered the correction with the correct answer, green. But lime green with the Easy Does It Racing as Mitchell on the low post kicks it back out to Batty. Gets the 15-footer from the elbow.
Wayne County finally able to get a post entry pass as the defense was caught behind, and it was on time this time. That sucked the defense down for that kick out.
Rafe to Trey. He sets, shoots a three, and answers with one of his own. Bryce Canyon City 3, number 4 for Trey Clark.
He's been moving without the ball really, really well today, and that time you can see he came stepping in rhythm, knowing he could knock that one down as he got the space.
2:30 to go in the first half. 27-14 Bryce Valley, and Randon Leslie, instead of bending his knees and moving, kind of stands up and gets bumped. That's a good job by Riker Peterson actually creating the contact. He catches, Randon out of position.
Riker's trying to figure out how to get his offense up and moving. That last time they did get some timely passes, but the ball pressure has just been really hard for the Badgers to figure out how to move through.
Riker Peterson up top. Robbins kicks it back to Edwards for 3. That just died. It hits the back of the rim, just falls straight down. Trey Clark picks up the rebound. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Rafe dribbles into the corner, loses the handle off the back of his heel. Gets it out to Jackson Brinkerhoff.
Jackson doing a good job as Hunter was sucked down in and helped to space up there and get him a catch.
Backdoor cut by Trey Clark and a foul. Didn't see a lot of contact on that, Dustin. Did you?
No, not a lot of contact. They decided there was enough guys on the ground. They wanted to call a foul, and that'll put Trey Clark back to the free throw line as Bryce Valley's in the bonus here.
They give that foul to Batty.
Coach Jason Jackson having a little conversation with the official on what that looks like. The cutting action of Bryce Valley's offense has been nice and sharp, and you can see that they're moving really well in that 5 out and putting these bigger Wayne County players out of position a lot.
And that's one thing you just aren't sure. I mean, Bryce Valley with Wayne County size, there's mismatches there, but the speed of Bryce Valley causing some issues there.
Being able to hit those outside shots early stretches and makes them have to come out further.
Batty, Riker Peterson gets the screen, pulls up, blocked by Yoel, and he got him with the body down low, possibly.
Riker dribbles over to that side, and that sets up out of a 1-4 high, the pick and roll as he comes off of it, able to draw that foul. So they are able to finally dribble into some action. Their cuts have been loose. As you come through it, they've tried to run several UCLA cuts, so a pass and then go down off the junction, but Bryce Valley's done an excellent job keeping them away from their cuts, uncomfortable in their cuts, and this time they use a dribble to activate it, and that gets him to the free throw line.
Riker Peterson averages 11 points a game, 25 threes on the season. He has 4 Legacy Ace Hardware free throw points in this game. 29-16, Bryce Valley by 13. 1:28 to go in the first half. Zarin Roberts shimmies right, comes back to the left, hands to Trey. Randon does that little hesitation, gets away with it. That time, Zarin Roberts 3, left wing, rims off. Rebound, Rafe. It's going to be chased down by Jackson. Saves it in. Great hustle by Jackson. Cross court, Randon Leslie, an offensive foul.
Jake, he saw that one coming and knew that it was time to set up count. It really was a nice offensive possession all the way down through, having some different looks, took care of the ball well. Wayne County able to sit down, and they switched through those dribble handoffs. All but one, they came underneath and managed those a lot better this possession.
Riker Peterson, 28 seconds on the shot clock, 1 minute left in the first half. Defended by Rafe. With Yoel on the bench with 2 fouls. Coach Syrett not wanting Yoel to get a third possibly. Mitchell drop steps right. Great job walling up by Trey. Trey comes down with the rebound.
Bryce Valley's been able to defend the post really well so far in the game. About a 12-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock.
Rafe looking to cut the corner, handoff to Randon. He kicks it to Zarin in the right corner, comes back left. That pass is good pass. but it's not on target. It's a good look, but not on target.
Yeah, not on target. The concept was there. The back cut in place, moving without the ball. All the action was great, but you just got to finish that aim small, miss small part. If you just see a blur and you hand it, stuff happens there.
Yeah, there's a. It's just like a pitch in a baseball game. It could be a good-looking pitch, but if it's outside, it's outside.
That's right.
17 seconds, shot clock's off. Peterson dribbles right, little floater, got it.
Came off that high horn screen from Batty, able to get that one.
6 seconds in the first half, 29-18, Rafe to Jackson Brinkerhoff. Pass taken away by Robbins, full court ahead off the back wall. That's going to do it for the first half, 29-18 after 2. We'll be back with the Southern Utah University halftime report after this.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Bryce Canyon Inn and Pizza with new, comfortable, clean rooms and the best pizza around. McLean and Marilee Meekum and Tyson and Casey Brinkerhoff want to invite you to come and stay and enjoy a home-cooked meal.
Welcome back to Southern Utah University halftime report. As you watch the Wayne County cheerleaders dance, we'll give you some stats for the first half. Bryce Valley scored 19 a quarter. I must be off by 1 point, but it's 29. No, that's a 10. 29-18, Bryce Valley, 11-point lead at the half. Bryce Valley led by Trey Clark, who has 19 points in that first half.
He's moved out without the ball so well, and that's got him open. He's been able just to get good passes and knock him down.
Absolutely. Rafe Brinkerhoff, great first half, 8 points. Yoel Romo with 2, and Zarin Roberts had a Bryce Canyon City 3. For the Badgers, Reed Edwards with 2, Jake Peterson with 2, Garrett Robbins with 2, Quade Snediger with 2, and Riker Peterson with 6, all coming in the second quarter. Jake Batty with 2, and Hunter Mitchell with 2. Should we take a quick break, Tyler, and be right back with the Bryce Valley cheerleaders? We'll be back for Bryce Valley cheerleaders during the SUU halftime report after this.
Oscar and Christine Ward with Bryce Canyon Scenic Tours and Shuttle Service, offering tours, bike rentals, and transportation throughout the Bryce Canyon country area, are proud to support the Bryce Valley Mustangs.
As you watch the Bryce Valley cheerleaders at the half, Bryce Valley leads is 29-18 over the Wayne County Badgers. A little bit of a surprise first half out of Bryce Valley. They came out hot, led by the senior forward, Trey Clark. 19 points in this first half.
Really came out with an effort of defense, getting your offense going. Their cuts, super clean on offense. Dribble handoffs, they're not pitching. They're cutting and going at the rim. And then defensively, their ball pressure has really impacted how Wayne's been able to get into their action. They pushed them off their cuts. Their cuts aren't clean. And the high-low's been non-existent. Bryce Valley's been able to really defend that high-low action between the combination of their ball pressure and how they're three-quartering the post, and they've been able to hold them out of that post really well.
Yeah, the defense by Bryce Valley done a great job on the inside there. This halftime also being brought to you, the halftime entertainment brought to you by Alton Coal Development, Bryce Canyon Inn and Pizza, Bryce Canyon Scenic Tours, Bryce Country Cabins, Bryce Subway, Bryce Valley Prevention Coalition, Cannonville Town, Canyon Trail Rides, Chisel's Ranch Sorting, Clark's and Rustler's Restaurant, Caldwell Banker, Cowboy Smokehouse, Garfield County, Garfield Ready Mix, and Bryce Valley Builders, JCI Billing, Joe Dalton Auto Body, JT Steele and Jerry Taylor, Panguitch Drug, Precise Tax and Accounting, Rocky Mountain Fence, Ruby's Inn, Security Title, Stage Stop Station, Stone Canyon Inn, Tropic Town, Utah Independent Bank, Wilson Orthodontics in Cedar. We'll be back for second half action in 6.5 minutes.
Danny, Wendy, Waylon, and Cammie Brinkerhoff invite you to come relax and enjoy life at a slower pace. Surround yourself with some of nature's most breathtaking scenery on their quiet farm surrounded by Bryce Canyon National Park and the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race scheduled for July 15th.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to Bryce Canyon Mule Days 2023. Join us April 30th through May 6th in Tropic, Utah. There will be guided mule rides, vendors, food and fun, arena events, a Friday night concert featuring Brent Hill and Andy Nelson, and the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday, May 6th. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there. Bryce Canyon Subway wants to thank the Region 20 teams for their business this past season. If you're looking for a great summer job with competitive wages and flexible hours, call Cherish or Lucene at 435-834-5888.
At Cache Valley Bank, you get all the options and services without all the hassle. Personal and business banking services. From the professional staff of Cache Valley Bank, go Badgers!
Shannonville, Utah, located in the heart of color country from Bryce Canyon National Park to Grosvenor's Arch, there is more beauty to see than you can fit into one trip. Cannonville, your adventure headquarters. Go Mustangs!
Canyon Trail Rides is a family-owned business providing a unique experience on the back of a horse or sure-footed mule. To see the spectacular scenery of Bryce Sign and Grand Canyon North Rim National Parks. To make reservations, please visit our website, canyonrides.com.
Chisel's Ranch Sorting. This sport started many years ago sorting the cows and the calves, just doing ranch work. We've turned that into a professional time sporting event. We provide a friendly, welcoming atmosphere where all are welcome. Rookie or pro, come and learn and improve your skills. Clark's Country Market and Rustler's Restaurant on Main Street in Tropic, your hometown grocer. Rustler's offers a wide variety of entrees, and Kindy's Sweet Shop will satisfy that sweet tooth. Dallas and Emily Clark wish the Bryce Valley Mustangs success. The Cowboys Smokehouse Cafe began in 1993 as a true Texas-style barbecue joint. Over the years, it has evolved into the full-service establishment that it is today. The restaurant is owned by the Perkins and Magoon family. We invite you to the tastiest barbecue around.
Hey, this is Dr. Rob Barrick, the smile artist located here in Cedar City. If you've ever wanted a new smile, but something's been holding you back, I'd love to spend a minute with you and just answer your questions. If you go to my website, you can set up a free 15-minute video phone call with me where we can just talk about it. The next step is also free. You'd come in and we'd actually design your smile together right there in the chair, print it out, and have you snap it in and give it a test run before doing the actual veneers. To check out my smile portfolio, visit drrobdental.com.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome back to the Southern Utah University Halftime Report. At the Richfield High School gym, Bryce Valley, Wayne County, at the half, 29-18. 2.5 minutes left to go on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com. We'll take a quick break and be back in 2.5 minutes for second half action. This has been your Southern Utah University.
Rock Grill is a family-owned restaurant in Hanksville. We proudly serve the explorers and adventurers that visit Southern Utah. Our slow-smoked brisket, Dutch oven ribs, or a juicy ribeye steak, we look forward to serving you. Durfee Construction specializing in custom home construction serving all of Wayne, Garfield, and surrounding areas. Let Shane Durfee and the crew at Durfee Construction help turn your dreams into reality. Go Badgers! Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Just like we mend it now. All right.
on the weekends. Our weeks never end. We'll be devoted to you all day. And we'll keep working for you all night until the job is done.
The Gifts from Grady Foundation Charity Poker Run will be held April 22nd. For registration rules and regulations, go to giftsfromgrady.com. Raising awareness about organ donation, one tiny donor at a time, in honor of Grady Boy.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
This state championship basketball brought to you by Dr. Rob Barrett Dental on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com at the Richfield High School. Third day of the state championship basketball tournament. Consolation bracket, Bryce Valley, Wayne County. Bryce Valley with an 11-point lead, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Wayne County's got to find a way to not overcommit on when they're closing out on the three-point line, but catch those drives. As we see Yoel Romo set up a slot drive right there.
It's a nice attack to the basket. Peterson pulls up off the dribble, and Yoel got him on the hands. Peterson buries the three from the Bryce Canyon City three-point line.
And he's laughing, saying, I should have had an and one there. Yoel smiling back at him as the official was watching the ball, not the shooter.
Without question, Yoel, he was laughing all the way to the end line. He's like, oh, my goodness, I messed up, and they didn't catch him.
And Yoel didn't need another foul.
No, he had two. Roberts with the fake, the shimmy, the scoop, the score.
Like the action to set up that for Roberts.
Brandon Leslie's moving back and into the way of Riker Peterson. And I was wondering what Riker was going to do in this second half. He was super quiet in the first quarter, had 0 points, 4 of 4 from the foul line, and a 2-point basket in the second quarter. And now he came out on the attack in the second half.
And he's been downhill all that first half. Everything was side to side. Everything was hesitating. It was trying to figure what he wanted to do in these first couple possessions here. A lot more aggressive at the hoop. On that drive after stepping up and transitioning, knocking down that
31-23 8-point lead, 5-2 run to start the second half. Rafe with the pick from Yoel. Zarin goes left and crossover behind his back, won't go as he gets to the rim.
Riker's help came in just enough, had a little extra help to be able to make that where Zarin was missed as he had beat his guy well.
Robbins for three from the Bryce Canyon City three-point line. Garrett Robbins. So 8 quick points from the Badgers, and the lead is now 5.
Got a little penetration to make that an inside-out three so Garrett could step into it.
Yoel with the handoff from Zarin. Bryce Valley, right now, their offside offense is standing. They weren't doing that in the first quarter.
Right.
First half.
Nope.
Yoel dribbles, loses the handle, kicks it to Zarin. He pulls up for the three. That's off the back iron. Follows his shot. Mitchell with the rebound for the Badgers.
Hunter doing a good job boxing out the shooter. Yoel's going to get tangled up with Riker there.
Riker crossover. Kicks it out to Edwards in the corner for three. Rims off. Yoel with the rebound for Bryce Valley.
Wayne's looks a lot better here as they're getting some penetration so they can look to kick out rather than just standing out and around like they did the first half.
Yeah, a lot more aggression by the Badgers. Trey Clark takes it all the way in, lays it up, hesitates, and then attacks.
Batty bumped him up and out with help, but he did a good job of wrapping that next as he came to the pro lane, just wrapped it.
Robbins loses the handle for a second, picks it up. Mitchell down to Batty, and it goes out of bounds off of Zarin Roberts.
Hunter Mitchell doing a nice job hitting Jake Batty as he was coming down through the lane. with that height advantage. As long as he's on the move, he can get that catch if it's on target. Good adjustment coming out here. A lot more aggressive and a lot more timely so far by the Badgers.
Edwards on the bounce pass. Little fake shot, fouled by Rafe.
Coming out of that stack baseline out of bounds, they stacked it up, and Edwards slips around the backside where all the emphasis is ball side, slips around. That's how he gets the catch, and then that just was a quick pound to get up at the hoop.
Reed Edwards also been quiet the first 3 quarters. Had a 2-point basket in the first and been quiet since.
Just the first foul on Rafe here in the third quarter.
2 quick fouls on Bryce Valley. Mitchell does a good job working Roberts all the way under the rim, but Mitchell also worked himself too far under the rim. Ball blocked.
Zarin going after it like nobody's business after getting that block.
You got that block on the replay for you.
Love the effort of Zarin to make sure he gets that ball, at least ties it up.
Jump ball possession goes to the Badgers. 33-26, 7-point lead for Bryce Valley. 5:04 to go in the third period. Robbins to Peterson. Bounce pass to Mitchell, the high post. Down into Batty on the low post. Kicks it out high pass to Reed Edwards. Fakes. Rafe goes. Bounce pass into Batty. Got it up and in.
Able to keep Zarin on his back. The ball movement as the move. That was a great job by him putting him on his back. And that the ball movement opened that pass up.
Well, and then the pass is put on the mark on his left hand away from the defender. And you're not going to defend that. It's all set up so perfectly. Yes. 3-pointer up, rebound Batty on the box out. 33-28, Peterson. Robbins. Edwards back to Robbins' left wing. Mitchell at the foul line, pulls up 15, 16-foot jumper, rims off. Roberts.
Rafe doing a good job of getting that one gathered up.
Dancing that end line.
Yep, did an excellent job right there.
Rafe.
Here comes Rafe downhill.
Bounce pass looking to Trey Clark. Gives to Trey. Trey looking for the corner. Hands it back to Zarin. Fakes the shot. Dribbles in against Mitchell and draws the foul on the body.
Zarin's got Hunter moving a lot defensively as he's shot a couple of those threes. Hunter's coming out long on him. And when he's long, then Zarin's identifying well and just going right at him that time. Just put himself into his elbow.
That's the second foul on Mitchell. They switch defensively. Batty now on Roberts. Bounce pass to Yoel. Comes in from the opposite wing. Gets ahead of Peterson. Takes it up and in.
Love the delayed action out of the 1-4 high. They ran a little cross screen and then just started walking their way out like they were trying to throw it deep. That brought Yoel in from that offside. Like the design out of Coach Gary Syrett.
Bounce pass in to Mitchell. Knocked away by Trey. Goes to Rafe. Rafe hesitates. Pump fakes. Gets it up and in.
Able to get both Badgers to fly by. Just real patient there. I was curious how he was going to run as he had a teammate there at the side of him. But Wayne County went on by.
Jackson gambles for their pass. Robbins pulls up on the baseline, shot over the top, Rafe Brinkerhoff. 37-28 Bryce Valley. Rafe gets it to Trey to somehow save the possession. Kick it in the corner, Zarin Roberts, baseline drive, fouled by Batty.
Love the drift pass to get it out into that corner. That makes the defense completely reset. And as they do, that gives him that baseline drive. So you penetrate the right side, kick it over to the left corner, and go to work.
Bryce Valley better ball movement on both sides this time. They got stagnant in that first couple minutes in this third period. Now they're starting to move more on that offensive end.
The second half of the quarter, they've definitely made a better effort to work together. Like you said, that offside, they're not standing nearly as much. A lot more movement as Hunter Mitchell. Jake Peterson's going to come back in the game for the Badgers.
Free throws by Bryce Valley at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, brought to you by Spencer Brothers Feed. Zarin makes one of two.
They make the best chicken feed, steer feed, whatever you need. We use it up at our house.
Southern Utah Vision Care, Snow College, Royal Express Transmission, and Camping World in St. George. For the Badgers, Jake, nice takeaway by Rafe Brinkerhoff as Jake Peterson just tries to float a little pass out to Reed Edwards in the corner, and Rafe just says, I'll take that and go.
They double team down on Jake, and that's what forces him to have to kick it out to get that turnover.
Reed Edwards with the foul. That last possession by the Badgers brought to you by our Livestock, Boulder Mountain Realty, France and Albrecht Physical Therapy, Maniac, Rafter Lazy J Fence Co., Rally Stop and Panguitch Snow College, and Southern Utah Vision Care.
Bryce Valley doing a good job countering Wayne's energy here in the second part of this third quarter.
Trey with a pump fake, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, misses again. Riker Peterson double teamed, and Yoel comes in on the backside and fouls Riker. That's his third. He's got to be smart.
Yeah, here with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, he's got the same number as fouls.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Celebrating 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A Basketball, providing quality concrete to Garfield, Kane, Wayne, and Paiute counties. The mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best of the best.
Grundy Concrete wish the Wayne Badgers the best in the postseason. We provide ready-mix products, road-based sand, gravel, and grout mix. We make and deliver precast septic tanks in 3 different sizes. Call today, 435-836-2695.
Harward and Reese specializes in general building and engineering projects throughout Utah. Harward and Reese is a proud supporter of Wayne Badger Athletics and want to wish the Badgers success in the postseason. Go Badgers!
This state championship basketball brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Association on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Bryce Canyon Association is hosting the 100-year anniversary of Bryce Canyon National Park this summer. Lots of great activities. Check them out. Down into Jake Peterson. Quick feet, quick hands. Jake just spins, shoots, and there's no time even for the defense to react.
Did a great job setting that up with a high-low. Good effort by the Badgers coming out of the timeout to go to their bread and butter.
And a foul.
Garrett Robbins tries to jump that dribble handoff, creates a little bit of a collision, so he's going to get his second foul, fourth foul.
1:48 to go in the third. 38-30, Bryce Valley up by 8. Inbounds to Zarin Roberts, 33 seconds on the shot clock. Rafe yo-yos, gives to Jackson Brinkerhoff, back to Rafe. Rafe goes away from the screen. That's a hard screen right there. You take it, you're coming out away from the basket. You go away from it, the baseline's there. It's really a tough place to have a screen.
Yes, it is. Right there, you've got offensive foul on Bryce Valley's. Aaron Roberts comes up and sets a screen. He really leaned into it hard. He wanted to make sure they knew he was there. And
this possession by the Badgers brought to you by Boulder Mountain Electric, Bryan Farm Service, Brown Brothers Construction, Cache Valley Bank.
They switched Trayson Clark down on Peterson here as they went back that high-low. Trayson doing an excellent job guarding Peterson.
With Hunter Mitchell out, Clark knocks the ball away, comes back to Bryce Valley.
Just a little hot to handle. It was on target, but it came down there hot. Nice job by Trayson defensively and the rest of the Mustangs.
Rafe hands off to Zarin. We're going to get a foul on Reed Edwards.
Back cutting action of Bryce Valley is really starting to come together.
That's Reed's fourth.
Ooh, that's not good for the Badgers. Like Brinkerhoff on that offside, he identified that the penetration was coming and his guy was looking to help. It was a nice back cut, just not able to get it finished with the foul coming in, meaning, like you said, Reed's fourth.
So Bryce Valley sets 4 across the baseline. Screen action across the blocks. Bounce pass, lob pass into Yoel. Goes left-handed. Floater won't go. Zarin Roberts comes in, jump ball. Possession, Bryce Valley.
Getting that ball by Zarin. They went right back to that 1-4 low set. Yoel had a nice look, but the length of Batty doing a great job.
Zarin's got, or not Zarin, but Yoel. It's amazing how he can kind of contort his body to try and get that around the big guys. And Rafe gets a foul.
hung that ball over on that left side just enough to entice Batty to reach in there, and that big old long arm came around. The official said, we're going to ring you up for that one.
That's
Rafe coming down hard into that rack zone to where he was ready to just use a little bit of footwork.
Batty's third foul.
So we're starting to see foul trouble starting to develop a little bit for both teams, and a little more for the Badgers than it is the Mustangs.
Because Mitchell must have 3 fouls as well.
So Rafe 4, 3, and 3.
1 of 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. 39-30, 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bryce Valley a 9-point lead as Riker Peterson yo-yos up top, defended by Yoel. Riker goes left, 3 on the way, won't go, rebound loose. Jump ball, possession, Badgers.
With the switch of who was guarding Peterson, then they switched to where Peterson came to the high post, so they had a nice high-low action again. Riker decides to come down the left side, not quite activating that as Batty had a size advantage there on Zarin.
Snediger in the corner, left wing, Riker Peterson, bounce pass into Jake Peterson, take it away. Yoel on the breakaway, came back from Riker Peterson out of bounds.
Defended that post entry pass extremely well, coming down and taking that bounce pass away. Just good help side defense by the Mustangs. Got their stack block side.
Zarin and Trey. It's going to be a 5-second count unless they get it in. They do, but to the Badgers.
A lot of confusion on that baseline out of bounds just from even before the get-go.
Yeah, not very crisp. 8 seconds. Riker Peterson loses the handle to Rafe. Rafe goes down, crossover, gives it back to Yoel. He's no shot. That's going to do it for the third quarter. 39-30, Bryce Valley after 3. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Jackson Excavation supports our coaches and teams here in Wayne County. We specialize in everything dirt, from excavating homes and water lines to building roads and septic tanks to road base and gravel supplies. Call Jackson Excavation. JCI Billing in Tropic, Utah, Utah's premier billing service for EMS. New owners Holly and Brandon Baugh and their staff want to wish the Mustangs success.
From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing. Give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2442. Wishing Region 20 team success.
JT Steel is a custom steel fabricator. It all began with a $2,000 job in 1983, from large projects like the BYU baseball stadium to a customer that needs an angle with a couple holes. Owner and Garfield County Commissioner Jerry Taylor wishes all teams success.
The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal.
This state championship basketball brought to you by Windy Mesa Studio on Team Hive Live and KTTA 8.1. Yoel fakes left, comes right, gives to Zarin in the corner. Screen. Zarin comes back to the middle. Rafe down the left seam. Bounce past Randon. And that's fouled, given by Jake Peterson.
Bryce Valley's action came out just a little bit discombobulated, but it was patient enough to allow the defense to move out of the way, and that's where you get Leslie getting that catch to be able to wrap around and get Jake Peterson from behind. So now I think you got 3 or 4 Badgers with 3 fouls. For those listening on the radio, over in the other gym, Manila's 32, Valley is 22.
Brandon Leslie averages 4 or 5 points a game for Bryce Valley. That's his first point. Been kind of quiet, but nothing but the bottom of the net on those 2 Legacy Ace Hardware free throws. 41-30 on your Intermountain Garfield Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Garfield Memorial Hospital. Extended hours in their clinic started, well, now, March 1st, I think. They said 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the clinic. Jake Peterson pulls up from the foul line, won't go. Yoel chases down the rebound in the far corner.
Nice job by the Mustangs that possession. They just kept the Badgers clear out and away out of the way of the paint. Didn't let anybody touch it.
Yoel hands to Rafe. Rafe gets that caught on his hip, unable to come quick off that screen. Leslie fakes left, comes right. And a foul on Batty.
He anticipated and sold out, but great job. I think it was probably Trey Clark coming to the ball the whole way. If he slows up, Jake Batty's going the other way with that. But because he kept coming to the ball, looks like it's Zarin. Because he keeps coming to the ball, then that creates that foul. A lot of times you see guys hang up and wait to see what's going to happen.
That'll bring Mitchell back into the game. And so now that's about as big a lineup as you will see anywhere, Dustin, with Mitchell and Batty and Peterson and Robbins.
Coach Syrett wants a 30.
Zarin Roberts makes his first. We'll take a 30 as well. 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
If you've ever visited Bryce Canyon National Park, you know that it's nothing short of magical. Recognizing the need to protect such a place, the Bryce Canyon Association was created more than 60 years ago to help provide funding for the park. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary as a national treasure, we invite you to be a part of the Bryce Canyon Association by making a donation, be it small or large. Together, we ensure that Bryce Canyon National Park stays magical.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
State Championship Basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Mule Days on 1aball.com. Dustin, Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Bring your mule over in May. They do trail rides down through Willis Creek, Sheep Creek. Some great rides. Zarin Roberts misses that free throw. Rafe Brinkerhoff looks at the three, backs it out.
Trace and Clark doing work on that free throw offensive rebound.
Rebound, Batty. Riker Peterson baseline, and it's swatted away, but fouled.
Able to come and just dribble drive transition all the way down the left side. Used a hesitation to get down to the rest of your call there to get himself to the free throw line. If you're the Badgers coming out of this timeout, you've got to have some conversations on how you're going to catch the Bryce Valley drives.
Batty pulls up 18-footer left wing, won't go. Rebound, Robbins pulls it down. It kind of goes off the head of Leslie, it looked like. Goes over to Yoel. He brings up left side to Brinkerhoff up top. Clark. Back to Brinkerhoff. Yoel all alone underneath.
Rafe didn't like the angle. Now they've got him pinned down there.
Rafe dribbles into the paint. Offensive foul.
Badger defense doing a lot better job that time, setting the Mustangs out of balance. Handled their handoffs a lot cleaner, trapped down in the corner, and able to get this possession back to see if they can whittle this one down.
Now that's Rafe's third foul. His fourth foul.
He only had one in the third quarter, I'm pretty sure. That was his first.
Yeah, in the third quarter it was his first, so he's got 4 fouls in this second half. Edwards out, or into Batty, out to Edwards. Mitchell drop steps left around Clark, puts it up and in. Mitchell's so tough.
That was great. Finally see him get a good post entry pass into him with his feet set where he can catch it and just go to work.
42-32. 5:40 to go in the ball game. Clark in the far corner dribbles off his foot out of bounds.
A lot of times these bigs for Wayne County have been better at posting or passing big to big into the post entry to where they can get those nice catches and then go to work.
Well, that big to big, you get that better angle. The ball's a little higher. Mitchell looking into Batty. Yoel comes in on the backside. Rafe passes ahead to Yoel. He'll have to slow it down.
They run Riker out to the corner. Yoel doesn't honor Riker heading out there and did a great job stealing that ball.
Zarin from right to left, across the top of the key. Rafe, Trey, open three, left corner. That's way short.
See, just the effort into the catch, the preparation, just a lot different than what we saw out of him in the first half.
Yoel Romo with the rebound off the Riker Peterson miss. Wayne County kind of sagging in a 1-2 zone. 1-2-2 zone. That shot off the mark. Rebound, Reed Edwards. Edwards, baseline drive, and that's Rafe's fifth. Out of the game he goes.
Reed coming off that baseline as he catches in transition, hang down. Rafe walled up the best he could, and official decided to give it to him and set him down. And that hurts the Mustangs, as he is an amazing defender, and he's got a motor that just never ends.
Yeah, that's a tough foul for Bryce Valley.
Coach Syrett having a conversation with the official.
Rafe's had a great game. 2, 4, 6, 8 points in the game for Rafe. That'll bring Jackson Brinkerhoff into the game for Bryce Valley, and that'll put the load of the point duties on Yoel Romo. We've seen this a couple times through the tournaments. Rafe has an extremely high motor.
Yep.
He tends to get in a little foul trouble.
I was impressed that he had his first in the third quarter.
I was too, and then all of a sudden, and it just happened where it's like we went from 3 to 5 in one foul.
Yeah, it was pretty dang close to that. So Reed Edwards back at the free throw line, trying to cut this one down for Wayne County, get it back.
He does to 8.
Under double digits, so just a 4-possession game. Plenty of time with 4.5 minutes left to go for the Badgers. If they can get a stop, clean up a rebound, hold them to one and done.
Yoel cuts back door. Trey Clark, right wing, brings it back right to left across the top of the key.
Working that zone that they've shifted into that you called out.
Skip past Clark. They're going to get a hold. And I was wondering, I almost said something. I thought, no, I'm going to let it go. But he reaches out with his left hand on Clark's left arm and gets called for the hold.
Clark doing a good job of penetrating from that left side to dig into him to draw that foul and get a third there on Quaid Snediger. That's Bryce Valley hadn't had a few of those possessions with that type of penetration for a bit. Good job by Tracy Clark.
Clark had been quiet. He had 19 points in the first half, 2 early in the third, and this is his first point in the fourth. So 3 points in the fourth. Misses that one. 9-point lead, 43-34. On the end line, Garrett Robbins out of bounds.
Got another attack there from the left side, just not able to control himself as he heads on out. Bryce working 3 out, 2 in against this 1-2-2 zone.
Peterson coming out to and overplaying that screen, that handoff.
Said there was enough contact on that catch to send Yoel to the free throw line.
Who's that foul on?
Jake Batty.
Oh, that's his fifth. I
believe he's walking down. Jake Peterson's coming to check in. You know, those lunging fouls in the first half that some of those bigs from Wayne got are now starting to haunt them pretty big as they got out of shape trying to chase that three-point line. And Jake Batty's now done for the rest of this one.
Yoel Roberts. Romo. Why do I keep calling him that? Yoel at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line makes his first.
Doing a good job there capitalizing on it. Pushing it back to a full double-digit lead.
Yoel makes that one as well. Timeout, Coach Sire. We'll take one as well. This 1A State Championship Basketball, Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese. Celebrating 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor
1A basketball, providing quality concrete to Garfield, Kane, Wayne, and Paiute counties. The mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best of the best.
Grundy Concrete wish the Wayne Badgers the best in the postseason. We provide ready-mix products, road-based sand, gravel, and grout mix. We make and deliver precast septic tanks in 3 different sizes. Call today, 435-836-2695.
Harward and Reese specializes in general building and engineering projects throughout Utah. Harward and Reese is a proud supporter of Wayne Badger athletics and want to wish the Badgers success in the postseason. Go Badgers!
The state championship basketball tournament being brought to you by Bryce Canyon City on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network as the Badgers bring it up the court. Reed Edwards to Peterson. Riker Peterson fakes the 3. Defenders fly by. Won't go. Rebound loose. You know, that's where they miss Rafe in there, that extra rebounder for the point guard. Jake Peterson somehow gets that ball down the base, or gets a baseline drive, gets it up, but misses the layup.
And Rafe is such a 50-50 guy as well. And this time Wayne came up with it, but couldn't capitalize.
Zarin Roberts to Yoel. Traveled. That's a tough pass. That's got to be a bounce pass, and Yoel can do something with it. But that high pass when you're cutting away through those long arms.
All that length, yep, all that length of the Badgers doing a good job of being in the way and making it harder on them. And Bryce Valley is going to continue to work defensively in their man. Last time Wayne running a 1-4 low, they're going to come up with a high ball screen.
Robbins in the corner, gets it from Jake Batty. Reed Edwards left 3, won't go. Yoel Romo with the rebound. That outside shot so far for the Badgers just not falling. And a foul.
Yoel went up and he just couldn't quite get it figured out and got hung on a little bit, and he ends up making a pass. I'm curious what the official is going to give it here. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's 2 shots either way.
It is, and it goes on Hunter Mitchell. I thought he had 3 earlier, but that's only his 3rd, so he was just on the bench.
Yep. They were liking the other combination out there at the time.
Yoel misses the front end. That one's good. Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. This possession by the Badgers brought to you by Central Utah Career and Technology Education, Duke Slick Rock Grill in Hanksville, Durfee Construction, Grundy Concrete, and Howard and Reese. Zarin Roberts, and then it's knocked back away the other way.
Zarin doing a nice job jumping that lane as Robbins was waiting for the pass to get in from Riker. Riker making a little softer touch pass. Zarin jumping that lane.
2:30 to go in the ball game. 46-34, Bryce Valley leads. Roberts, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Defended by Jake Peterson, taken away. Jump ball possession goes to Wayne County. Thought Coach Sire was going to call a timeout. He could have saved the possession there.
Goes ahead and decides not to. Going to have Wayne County coming back down. Looks like they might go back.
I show the scoreboard isn't updating the timeouts. Lob on the baseline, taken away by Zarin. Had the baseball pass ahead to Trey, but they slow it down, work it down the floor. 2:10 to go in the ball game. Yoel Romo to Clark, down the paint, bounce pass to Jackson, loses the handle, and he's fouled by Mitchell. And Jackson, that ball's probably going out of bounds, and Mitchell just turns around and loses balance, kind of falls on Jackson. It's a foul, but just the wrong place.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. I like the penetration, the concept of the pass. Jackson, if he steps up just a little bit more out of that gutter, he's probably able to get that a little cleaner.
Jackson Brinkerhoff at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, misses his first.
Jake Peterson's going to get a breather as they bring Quaid Snigger back in the game.
Jackson hard off the back iron, 0 for 2. Riker Peterson yo-yos, defended by Romo. Pass through Mitchell's hands off the bottom of the rim, comes right down to Bryce Valley. 150 And now the frustration by Wayne County.
They tagged old Trayson a couple times down the floor there as you saw the frustration boiling up. Officials have a conversation about what's taking place as they worked over who they were going to call that foul on. They're going to give that to Reed Edwards. That'll be his 5th. Foul him out of the game. It's 46-34. Bryce Valley has had the lead this whole game.
And with that, Wayne County brings in number 23, Ammon Peterson. Number 32, Noah Mosman,
yeah.
Number 15, Carson Lee.
And Braden Lee.
Number 25.
So they sub everybody in.
Sub the seniors out so they can get there.
Yep, got a good warm welcome round of applause, telling them they had a great season. Did a good job of fighting for the Badgers all year long.
Badgers, I think, well, this is coming into the region tournament. They're 15-8. Coach Syrett does the same. Trey Clark finishes the night. Well, we'll talk about Trey in a minute. As Cooper Owens, Oscar Word, Clancy Richards, and Blake Syrett into the game for Bryce Valley, as well as Luke, I think it's Anderson. Up top, dribble drive, penetration, up and in. Ammon Peterson.
Able to do a good job getting something loose and getting down in between the defenders.
Offensive foul.
Great job by Noah Mosman to be able to get in, get that set up, and take that charge. Last minute, 14 seconds. Good
11-point game.
Coming out playing hard.
47-36. 4-possession game. In the corner, 3 on the way, off the iron, rebound Blake Syrett. Blake's really come on late in the season. I think for Bryce Valley, Blake's going to be a big asset next year to fill some role from the seniors. Luke in the corner for 3, won't go. 49 seconds to go in the ball game.
Bryce Valley steals it back.
Cooper Owens gets his name in the book.
Doing a good job staying alert, getting that ball back, hitting that little 15-footer.
49-36, Bryce Valley. 3-point basket won't go. Luke with the rebound. The Clancy Richards pass to the corner, out of bounds.
A little bit of action moving out and away. Didn't quite see it happening. Let it fly. Wayne County have 17 seconds left to go here. And the other gym, you got 47 Manila, 41 Valley. Valley making a little comeback going here, bring it to 6 points.
Little floater in the paint, rims in.
Ammon Peterson showing what he can do, coming, taking advantage, getting a couple penetration finishes.
Final 49-38. Bryce Valley with the victory. They will advance to the Consolation Championship tomorrow night.
Great job by the Mustangs. They really came out working hard. Great defense.
This is 1A State Championship basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Jackson Excavation supports our coaches and teams here in Wayne County. We specialize in everything dirt, from excavating homes and water lines to building roads and septic tanks, to road base and gravel supplies. Called Jackson Excavation. JCI Billing in Tropic, Utah, Utah's premier billing service for EMS. New owners Holly and Brandon Baugh and their staff want to wish the Mustangs success.
From dents to scratches, Auto Service